Oh man, it has been quite some time actually recording a Battlefield video. Holy crap. Yeah, let's see if I still got this. And hopefully all my settings are still good too. But anyway, what's going on everybody? It's Alpha Channel here, and we are back playing some Battlefield. Last time I recorded a video was before season 2, and we are probably like a week or two within, I think it's a week, about to be 2 weeks within season 2 of Battlefield. So there's new map, containment, and 2 new weapons, some gadgets, things like that. But the main thing right now is double weapon XP that is happening right now. You guys already know I'm already struggling with the weapons and everything like that, and struggling with sniper rifles. That's like the worst thing as I'm further going along, and we're only on the SV-98, which is the second weapon. Remember, we got the last weapon we did is the M2010, and now we're on the SV-98. And then I still got more weapons. I still got the PSR I gotta do, and then I got the mini scout. But I heard the mini scout was fun. So today is the last day, so we're gonna try to get this SV-98 250. And while we do that, we're gonna talk about some stuff, because I've been gone for a bit. Everything that's been going on with just film and latest thing with Xbox. As you guys can see, I'm wearing my Xbox t-shirt, and how Xbox is gonna play out. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Also, I want to see in the store there's an M4 that I saw, and it looks really cool, and I want to know if it's out yet, because I really want it. What have I been doing lately? Well, besides streaming and everything like that, let's see here. Oh, hold on, let me double check. Let me look at the weapons here. Whoops, this carbines. It's not that. Not here yet. I want to get this because it looks so cool. Like, this has to be like a custom, or this could be somewhat of a mastery looking M4. Like, that looks cool. Just imagine putting that on like the like that color scheme, put it on like the barrel as well, or the muzzle, and then probably have like a sight on there. That'd be pretty dope. So I did change my UI color. I've been Googling everywhere trying to look for this, because I saw people have like gold. I seen people have a whole bunch of other colors, like some ridiculous colors, and I was like, ooh. And also I changed my crosshair, so it's a little more notable. I know before I used to have blue or something along those lines. Actually, I'm gonna go up here. What have I been doing? I went to the movies, which was awesome. I saw Markiplier's movie Iron Lung, which did very well. It did very, very, very well, and I'm like, okay, heck yeah. I'm glad to see, like, seeing like indie games or indie projects, movies, games, things like that. I love seeing them do so well, because it's like actually showing, like, the film industry, just like how it is with like video games and the gaming industry, how well that's doing and everything of that nature. So I think they already know I'm over here. So yeah, it's a very interesting thing to have, or very interesting thing to do. It's really cool to do that. People are, making some great films, and they're just freaking hitting it. They're just like hitting the ground running, I guess you could say. I can't even think of the words I'm saying. But yeah, that movie did what, like 14 million? It was a $3 million budget that Markiplier put up of his own money. He invested into, let's put it that way, and it came out really good. Like, if you haven't played Iron Lung, just like, I mean, I haven't played it either. It's very interesting. Like, it can't, like, especially if you're claustrophobic, it is going to be quite the eye opener, because all of it's like shot in a very like closed, like tight and closed space. Oh wow. So yeah, it's in a very tight and closed space and everything, and it is just terrible. Well, not terrible, but like, if you're claustrophobic, it's terrible. But the movie is really good. And also there's like a lot of cameos in there. I didn't know Jacksepticeye was in it. He's like in there for like just a brief second. And then Valkyrie, apparently she voice acted in a part, and then so did Alana Pierce. Those who know who those are, and it's pretty cool. It's really cool. I think it's really interesting, seeing that, getting creators and stuff like that to be in movies and games, things like that, and taking over. And a lot of people say like, oh, it's really good for like independent films, which it is, but also it's good for indie games, because because the inspiration came from Markiplier. He said, hey, this game is so good, like I wish that it was a movie. And he reached out to the guy on Twitter and said, hey, by any chance, do you think this would be a movie? Like, would you like to make a movie out of this? And he said, yeah. And that's why that's how we got it. And it looks really cool. I know it sounds like I'm glazing the whole thing, but it's cool to see something like a completely different experience. I know people are like, well, it's just a short film, but it's like a content creator and a video game designer or developer that put this together, which was, you know, really cool. It's like a passion project, I guess you'd say. And that's what really does well, is having those like passion projects. That's what really thrives in the gaming industry and things like that. And I wish people would understand that, but they're not going to. It's just one of those numbers where it's like it did so good and everything. And but it was shocking because what happened was that the game industry, that movie was #1 for quite some time. Over the weekend, it was #1 box office in North America. It beat like I guess a Disney movie or something like that, which is really cool. And it kind of like, you know, gave Disney like the hey, we gotta step it up type of thing, which is cool. I always like competitions when it comes to like movies and games and things like that, because that's how you know you're gonna get a better product, if that makes sense. So that, I think that's what's really awesome about that. I really don't like playing defense on this because it's like just kind of hard, like not hard, but it's like sniping is just, it's so unforgiving, if that makes sense. That looks like a person, because it is a person. Yeah, it is a person. Still, sometimes I still don't understand like the weapon, the projectile, the bullets. I remember I was struggling earlier, like on my live streams. If you guys ever want to check that out, twitch.tv/Alfachino. I was having a struggle yesterday. I'm like, why aren't my bullets freaking firing? Like, why aren't they like shooting straight? Like it seems like they'll just disappear in oblivion. What I found out is that I had a rangefinder on my weapon, and sometimes the rangefinder doesn't align with or doesn't actually go to the range that I shot at. So the problem there, as you can tell, is my bullets are going like super high and far away and not really hitting the person or anything like that. So it sucks. Oh, go over here. So I like to do this, pull out there we go. I always do that because sometimes people like to be sneaky and pop up on the sides and I can see them, which is great. Oh yeah, people were commenting on my knife like on stream. They're like, dude, your knife, it reminds me of Counter-Strike. This is the only red knife that they have. They have one in the battle pass that's green. It looks like a booger green, so I was like, nah, probably have it unlocked now. Yeah, this knife, it costs like a few Battlefield coins. I think it was like 400, because it was like it was like a little baby bundle. You know, it didn't come with the operator or anything. It's just like a little baby bundle. I have to remind myself. I have to count, like this aiming is, it's all Counter-Strike. We have to Counter-Strike it. And when I say Counter-Strike it, people are like, wait, what do you mean by Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike, you have to, for your weapon to be accurate, you have to stand still. With the sniper rifle here, well, sniper rifles, you have to be completely still to get the kill. If you move by even the slightest, and if you have stick drift like I do, yeah, it is the worst. It's the worst thing that ever imagined. Like, there are times where I lost gunfights knowing I could have got the kill. Lost gunfights because of the shot, like just because I slightly moved, just because it was like, because it's like that, just slightly, and I have to like fight it. Also, great tactic. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Another good tactic, especially on controller. Disable aim assist. It sounds crazy, but disable aim assist on controller if you're sniping. It will help you in the long run, because if anybody were to run by, it's because the aim assist is very aim assist is sticky, let me put it that way. Oh, defeated. But yeah, the aim assist is pretty damn sticky. So like, if you are aiming at somebody, let's say 100 meters away or 200 meters away, and somebody either runs behind them or runs in front of them, it will actually like track to that person instead. And it is the worst thing ever. And like, it will throw your shots off and everything. So I was in somebody's Twitch chat. I think I was in Trigger's Twitch chat, and somebody mentioned that to me. Because I told him, I was like, hey, I'm doing this grind, trying to get the sniper rifles done, because that is like the worst thing. But yeah, once I get the snipers done, I'll be so happy. I'll be happy. I can have fun and be able to get up close and personal and start shooting people and stuff, because holy crap, this is annoying. I don't like I just don't like being a sniper sitting in the back. And I know a lot of people tell me, well, you can just go ahead and, you know, just you know, use a different gun. But the thing is, I know in the back of my head that I'm going to think about this gun, like think about the sniper rifles and everything, and tell myself, well, if I just stuck to doing the sniper rifles, I would have had it done a long time ago. But no, I branched off and did something else, you know, type of thing. That's the other issue when it comes to things like that. All right, so let's see here. Man, Xbox. This was out of the blue. I think this was yesterday or the day before. Where's 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. As of this recording, 2 days ago. Phil Spencer is retiring from Xbox after 38 years of working at Microsoft, which is insane. On top of that, his replacement was supposed to be Sarah Bond, who was, you know, working side by side with him to have a smooth transition. So once he retires, which was supposed to be this year, he'll be good to go. Well, the downside to that is Sarah Bond also left. So the question to this whole situation is, what happened and why did Sarah Bond resign? She didn't retire, she resigned. So it's like, what happened there, you know? And that is one big issue that everybody's still trying to figure out. Now, the replacement, the person who's replacing them is, I had to look this up real quick. Her name is I think it's Asha. Is Asha or is Asha or is Asha? I think it's Asha. I could be wrong. Asha Sharman. She is, well, previously she was the president CoreAI product in Microsoft. So you can see how that could potentially be an issue. You know, it could be a possible issue. People are like, well, I don't know. It's like kind of like the writings on the wall. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, obviously she hasn't done anything yet. Then again, it's like trying to give the benefit of the doubt because who knows? Hey, who knows what's going to happen? We just honestly, we just have no idea like what's going to happen when it comes to, you know, stuff with Microsoft. People are saying that's it, that's the end. People are already hounding on her saying like, oh, she's not a dev, she's not an artist or anything like that, she's not a gamer. A lot of people are really hounding on the gamer part, and I was like, honestly, the gamer part is not really a big concern for me. But if you have an understanding of the product, sure, you know, if you did something like in marketing for Xbox or something like that, I can see that, I can understand that and be like, okay, nothing, like there was nothing about that. So again, I don't care, like it's just having that understanding of a product. You don't have to be a diehard gamer, you don't have to be a hardcore gamer or anything like that. Just as long as you understand a product, then okay. So people are like, so I can see people's concerns, and people are saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna be terrible, like it's gonna be the worst thing ever. Let's see, can I prone it? I hit a kneecap. I know people are ripping the new LMGs and stuff, and it's insane because like there's an update where pretty much LMG's got a recoil buff, where improved recoil, which we're like, oh crap. It is what it is though. And then also the DMR is pretty nasty. I mean, people are selfish in this game. I mean, especially if double weapon XP. Yeah, people are trying to go and get kills with whatever gun. This person that is going to be the new president of Xbox. Why do I have a AK-205? I never picked it up. Weird. Yeah, seeing the board member. Looking at her experience here, she was a COO of Instacart, a board member of Upang, which is something from South Korea. She was a board member at Home Depot, and then she went to Microsoft as a president CoreAI product, or as the president for the CoreAI product. So not really much of a game industry background, or not one at all. But again, we'll just see. We're just gonna have to see how Xbox goes and everything of that nature. I don't know. I know people were like already asking questions like, hey, like somebody suggested, hey, can we bring back exclusivity on you know, Xbox exclusivity games and things like that? I know good amount of people are against it. People are for it. It's a double-edged sword. I will say that. Reason why is because we do handbridge. Oh, we are. Yes, having exclusivity does build up, you know, the game. It increases profit for the hardware. As you can tell, Xbox with their latest console hasn't done well because everything started going, like the exclusivity went away completely. And then also on top of that, the hardware wasn't that great. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, it was a downgrade, especially with the storage. It was a downgrade compared to the Xbox One or the Xbox One X, whatever you like to call it. Let's see here. Nope, that just fell in the freaking ground. See, I wonder if EA is going to ever acknowledge that situation, that issue with the decoys. You can't deploy decoy on rocks because they will just sink through the rock. Some issue with the collision, it will sink through the rock. You can't deploy one in replacement, if that makes sense, which I think is the worst. You can put it that way. It's just the worst. A 92. I was like, was that a person? It's a person. That is definitely a person. When it comes to just the Xbox and everything, I just wish, like, again, a double-edged sword because of exclusivity. When it comes to that, because again, it increases possible profit on, you know, consoles. Because if you have exclusive games, it's like, hey, I might as well. Yeah, if you have exclusive games for this console, he's like, oh, I really want to play this game, but I got to get the console for it. Look at Nintendo. Nintendo's doing very freaking good when it comes to it. Like, very good. They don't give a damn. What is wrong with the hit rate on this game? Oh, it's quite a lot. There's a lot of things. A lot of hit rate issues with it, which is part of netcode, which they said that they're working on. It's a slow process, which understandable. Get a little irritating. That's also another thing that is making me mad. Yeah, that's another thing that's really making me mad is when you shoot, like being on your little target designator, right? I'm looking, and sometimes when I exit, I'll just randomly shoot. Like your character will actually just randomly shoot. And using an SV-98 is not fun. Why? Because it gives away your position if you do not have a suppressor. Because this is the only gun that doesn't have. This is the only gun that doesn't have a flash hider. EA, I don't know. DICE, you gotta do something about that. Like I tweeted at them. I said, hey, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but the SV-98 doesn't have a flash hider, which means, and you have to, and in order to get the suppressor, you have to wait until you're level 35. So that means from level 1 all the way to level 30 to 34, you do not have any way to conceal yourself from the mini map. So when you shoot, every time when you shoot, you expose yourself. That makes sense, and that's not fun. Right now, everybody's happy because they get to play their games on whatever console that they want to, which is nice. You know, hey, you get to play it on whatever console. That's cool. Yeah, but on the other hand, what they shouldn't have done is take actual like exclusive games from Xbox itself and then just give them over to like PlayStation, stuff like that. Just like surrender them over, because you have a lot of like flagship games. Like, again, Halo was like the boss. The reason why Xbox, you know, became a thing and why people got Xbox is because of Halo. And also on top of that, Gears of War was like the flagship for the 360 era. So basically, like, you know, giving those over to PlayStation, it's like, well, that you just literally just like sealed the deal. It killed off Xbox. Because here's my thing. Why would I want to, like, if I have a PlayStation, right? Why would I want to buy an Xbox if there's no exclusive games? You know, now if there's like if there's like, I don't know, limited exclusive, you know, type of thing, then sure, I guess that will work. But we don't have that. It's just like, oh nope, this game like this game is already, you know, dude, that guy must be pissed. Yeah, everything is just pretty much going to PlayStation automatically. Oh yay, you got it. Thank goodness gracious. I can't wait to use DMRs. Holy. It'd be nice. I think actually, you know what? Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna redeploy. Redeploy, and it's just work on the just work on the PSR for now. I think I used the PSR like one time because I just wanted to see what it's like to have the 10 times. And the 10 times, because this is before I even had the 10 times on the PSR. But yeah, again, just why have it? Like if I have a PlayStation, why would I want to get an Xbox? Oh, this is not a 10. What is this? Not a 10 times. Oh, and it's not a no. All right. No audio in there. That actually, like, it sounds cool. Now, when it hits, it'll sound cooler. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I kind of like this build. I just don't like the scope, though. I'll probably swap the scope out. Yeah, all right, got the rangefinder and a compensated brake. Nice. Yeah, one thing about blueprints, I think this is probably like because of how the weapon progression is, having blueprints is like, I guess, the best thing possible. Because then, like, you have somewhat of attachments. I just need to know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just need to know like the actual site. I don't know what the visual bug is when it comes to. There you go. When it comes to this game, because like, as you can see, everything is blurry. I don't have motion blur on. I don't have weapon blur. I don't have, like, you know, the whatever, the weapon focus blur. I don't have all that. I don't have any of that on. But apparently it's just, you know. Oh yeah, can't wait to get that pull bolt. Do you find this PSR is, I don't want to say it's equivalent to a 50. Actually, if I think of it, it's almost like a. No, this is the. I just realized. This is the M98 Bravo because of how the magwell is in the magazine. I know the waffle magazine well. Yeah. This is the M98 Bravo from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. This is the Black Beauty. Well, that's what I called it. Thank you. I really gotta figure out what bullets these are. They take a minute to get there. I hit. I think I'm in sweet spot range, which I don't like. That's also another thing when it comes to this game is the sweet spot. If you guys do not know what sweet spot is basically if you're within a certain amount, a certain range, you are able to, as long as you hit them in the chest, you get a one-shot kill. But if you are like too far or too close and you shoot somebody in the chest, it just hurts them. That's it. Which is, I still think it's weird, because like if I'm up close and personal to you and I put, like, if I have the barrel of any caliber of a weapon, right, in your chest and I pull the trigger, like, I shouldn't be doing 82 damage. I shouldn't be doing 99 damage. Like, that should be a kill. And that's why, like, a lot of people who are sniping sit in the back. They either sit far back or they sit like at a medium-ish range, like mainly to get in that sweet spot. They try to get in there. Yeah, interesting weapon. Interesting weapon. All right, let's see here. Defeated. Progression. All right, we got 50. Compensated brake, PSR, and then we got a red dot for a PSR, which is stupid. But we got the unstoppable force. That's a good thing. Oh, this thing has a. Hold on. Does this thing have a laser and a light combo? What the? Oh, this is interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Anyway, here it is. This is the SV-98. Unstoppable Force, Mastery 50. It was a very interesting weapon. It took a long time to use. I ain't gonna lie. My biggest issue that I had with this is you had to wait until level 35 to actually get a to get the suppressor so I can somewhat be invisible. But then after that, I just like, well, what's the point? I might as well not even use it anyway. But yeah, if anybody is wanting to use or do a mastery grind with all the weapons, I would honestly say do the SV-98 first, so you don't have to deal with that headache, because again, it doesn't have flash hider. You have two, well, you have like 3 muzzle brakes and then the suppressor, which the suppressor you don't get until 35. So I don't know if they're gonna ever fix it, but other than that, the gun was kind of fun to use. Like, I know people said use a rangefinder on it, but rangefinder kind of threw me off when I was shooting it, so I decided to take that off, and I was like, you know, I'll just stick with like estimating with a 100, 200, things like that. But if I'm playing at a super far range, then yeah, I'll go ahead and just boom, I'll just go ahead and throw the rangefinder on there. But other than that, no. And then lastly, we'll go to the badges, going down to sniper rifles, and there it is in its glory. The SV-98 is at mastery 50. No longer have to use this ever again, unless they come out with like, you know, level 100 or something like that and have a better one. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Again, I'm sorry that it took a long time for me to get this weapon done, and also to have another mastery gun done, because holy crap, I know a lot of people are bored, and I can tell you right now, streaming and doing this is not fun. It's not fun doing it with the sniper rifles, especially if you're like if you're a sitting back person and sniping, because there's just not much going on. You know, you can't be up close and personal with the sniper rifle because the hit reg, and then also like just the accuracy alone is pretty bad. Now, people are saying with the mini scout, it's different. People say with the mini scout, it's kind of like a rifle, like a regular rifle, that you can just be somewhat up close and personal and shoot, which I was like, oh, okay. But next thing we got is the PSR, which we are going to be working on next on the live streams. So if you guys, again, do want to check out the live stream, twitch.tv Alphachino. I stream every single day, stream at midnight 30 for 4 hours. And also we're trying to get partner. We are about we're a week in after submitting application, and yeah, so far it looks like we're doing very well. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite guys' weapon. Are you guys doing the grind? And also, what do you guys think about the whole situation with Microsoft and Xbox? Do you guys think Xbox could make a comeback, or do you guys think that's it? Or are you guys like me, where you're just like, we have to see and we have to wait and see what happens? So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.